Hey everybody, this is going to be a kind of a mixed up, jumbled up rant and rave, I guess you could say. I've had a few days here where things have not gone exactly as I had planned, and anyway, so let's start off with, I got an email, and I've had some conversations back and forth with somebody that's doing really well as a truck driver, but they're considering coming over to Creed, and they needed me to run down some information for them, and I was able to do that, and I'm really glad that I was able to provide the information that they need. The ball is in their court as to whether they're going to make the change or not. Everybody, I put out a video a while back, and I'm in this for a different reason. Everybody is driving a truck for a different reason. Some of them are to support families. In my case, I'm trying to build a nest egg for my retirement. And everybody has different reasons for doing what they're doing. And I've made no bones about it that I want to make as much money as I can possibly make. Part of it has to do with the way Social Security is paid out, and part of it is just that I want to try to live as comfortable as I can during my retirement years. Let's start off with number one. I got woke up this morning by a text message that said, basically, give me a call about your compliance. I am not a compliant type of person. I don't even like the word compliant. Compliancy is what's got us into so much trouble here in the United States. Being a compliant person, I'm just not compliant. Anyway, I called them up, and they basically said, well, we see that you did not use your CPAP machine 2 days last week, and on another day you wasn't compliant. And man, first thing in the morning, when I'm already not exactly in the best of moods, and I'm not a morning person, I'll warn you that. If you're going to hit me with something that might tend to tick me off, don't do it first thing in the morning. Anyway, I basically told them that I was on home time last week. It had to do with this freaking CPAP machine, and I hate this thing with a passion. I've told everybody from the top to the bottom that I hate this thing with a passion. They can control what I do when I'm driving and I'm on the road and whatever, but I'm not going to allow them to control my home time. When I'm home, I'm home. I am away from Crete. I have nothing to do with Crete. I'm not driving professionally. They can't control what I do when I'm on home time. End of story, period. If they think they can, if they think they need to, then I need to find somebody else to work for. Now, on a daily basis, I wish I could show you this, but on a daily basis, I get contacted from different companies wanting me to go to work for them. I get text, emails, and phone calls on a daily basis from a number of companies. And I have watched, like I did with Crete, the money kept going up and up and up and up. And Crete got to where their pay was almost twice what I was making at the other company. So I give Crete a call. I'm at that position again. I have got several emails and text messages over the last week where companies are starting to pay more and more, and they have greatly exceeded what Crete pays. I fit in real well with Crete right now. I'm getting along real well with them, as long as they'll quit calling me over this freaking CPAP machine. That's my number one beef with Crete, is that CPAP machine. I'll make no bones about it. I hate this thing with a passion. So, anyway, that's kind of where we stand, and they really, Crete nor any other company really don't want to piss me off right now because I'm getting too many offers from too many other companies. I have no moving violations. I have no tickets. I have no DUIs. I am the driver that everybody looks for and everybody wants driving for them. So I'm a workaholic. I like the more miles I make, the better I like it. As many miles as I can legally drive every week is how many miles I want to make. I'm paid by the mile, and if you give me the opportunity to make money, I'm going to make as much money as I can. Some people don't like to do that. Some people are, they have family and children that they want to be with and whatever. They want to be home at night. They want to be home on the weekends. They want a lot of home time, which means they're not going to get much driving time, but they're okay with that and they're happy. And that's not me. I'm out here. I am dedicating my life to driving for this company, and I expect a lot in return. So if they want to give me a hard time about it, then by golly, I can go find somebody that won't give me a hard time about it. I'll make money for them if they just stay out of my hair. So you see me doing this with my ear all the time. I don't know why, but my ear itches constantly. That one ear itches. And I've been to the doctors about it. The one doctor seemed to think that it was an allergy. Why it affects this ear and not this one beats the heck out of me. I had another deal a while back where this eye here was itching all the time, but not this one. And I don't know why, but my ear itches constantly, and just that one ear. Anyway, that's beside the point. But I had a week last week. My wife flew out and spent the week with me. She was going to ride with me all week. I went through all the hoops and everything to get all of the permissions and everything. There's, because of trafficking, people trafficking, truck drivers have to have all kinds of permissions now in order for their family to ride with them, whether it be a wife or a child or whatever. And the company itself don't mind a family member riding with them, but it's a lot of paperwork here to just sheet after sheet after sheet to give them permission to ride with you, and so that if you get pulled over by a DOT officer, the DOT knows that it's legitimate. They are literally your wife or your spouse or your child or a family member. Or I understand even it's possible for girlfriends and boyfriends and that sort of thing to ride with you. But it's a lot. It's a big hoopty-la to get permission to do that, and so that if I get pulled over by the DOT and my wife happens to be in here, I can prove that I'm not trafficking that woman. My wife, that she's literally my wife, and she's just riding along as a family member. So anyway, I did all of that, and she rode with me for about 3 days, and I love her to bits now. We've been married 47 years, and I love her to bits. But 3 days on the road with me, and I'm a workaholic. All I do is I drive and I stop and I sleep, and I drive and I stop and I sleep, and in between there somewhere, I've been on this diet where I'm eating one meal a day. And it's really limited on carbs. It's a keto diet, and so I can understand that. I'm not exactly the person that's going to stop 3 times a day to eat and stop at, whenever I stop at night, you're not going to have necessarily I try to stop somewhere where there's a bathroom. So I am pretty good about that. But as far as being able to go take a shower and blow dry your hair and all this kind of stuff. Oh, man. So anyway, 3 days of that, and she'd had enough. So I took the rest of the week off for home time, and we went, and I wish I could show pictures here at the same time. My truck is fixing to do a deal. You hear the engine, the speed of the engine raising up here. It's fixing to do a burnout. But anyway, I spent the week with her. We went, and there's a buffalo ranch here, a big 20-something thousand acre buffalo ranch, and they have tours and whatever, and you can pet the buffalo, and they have other animals as well. And so we went over there and spent the day, one day at the buffalo ranch. It was a big deal to my wife. She was scared to death of the buffalo, but anyway, that was a pleasant experience, and we got to go to other places and go in stores that I would normally not get to stop in because there's no place to park a big truck. But we went through some of the towns that looked real interesting while I'm professionally driving, and we did that in the Jeep, and we were able to stop, and I bought my Stetson hat, and bought her some stuff, and we got to see some things that we would not normally see and meet some really interesting people. And one place that we went to, and I don't even remember the name of the town, but they had a pharmacy that was also a taxidermy, and a gun store, all in the same place. So you could get your prescriptions refilled, buy a gun, and when you killed one of these beasts, you could have it, bring it back, and have it stuffed. So that's about the strangest combination. And we went to one place that you wouldn't have think that they would do this, but they sold they sold liquor at this place. So I was telling them that there's a place in Tennessee where they sell liquor and fireworks in the same store, and man, what a combination, huh? So anyway, we had a really good week, but I put her back on the plane, and she flew back to Tennessee, and she's now working her job, and I'm still out here in Cheyenne. So Creed is a good company. Don't get me wrong. It takes a little getting used to get used to doing things the Creed way. When you're out on the road and whatever, their way of doing paperwork and their way of communicating, and the fact that they're what they call an asset manager. Your asset manager is only concern is you picking up a load and delivering a load, and both of them being on time pickup, on time delivery. Anything that happens that would affect on time pickup or on time delivery is his concern. Anything else he don't care about. He flat don't want to talk to you. He don't care. It is none of his concern. All of those concerns go to your terminal manager. So the company that I worked for before, and anybody else's company, they basically your driver manager or your dispatcher or whatever you want to call him, asset manager, he handles everything. So it takes a little getting used to try to figure out who it is you want to talk to with Creed. Now, your asset manager is busy. He's got 40 or 50 or 60 drivers that are out making loads all the time, all over the United States. And he's busy, so I understand he don't want to talk on the phone. Talking on the phone is something he don't like to do. He wants everything to be in writing over this PeopleNet system. Some things you can do, some questions you can ask over the PeopleNet. Some of them, it's just too complicated to do that. You need to talk to somebody. You need an affirmative, and you need to do them, well, I can do this, or I can do that, or I can do the third thing. Which would you like for me to do? Type of thing. And Anyway, that took a lot of getting used to. My 15 minutes is up. I'm sorry. Please like and subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, thank you. Please like and subscribe where I can make longer videos than 15 minutes. Thanks a bunch and have a great time. I'll see you out on the road.